Hey there, and welcome back to Sailing Good Old Boats, where we celebrate the classics that just keep on cruising. Today we're taking a deep dive into one of the most respected and talked about pocket cruisers out there, the Baba 30. If you've spent any time around serious blue water sailors, chances are you've heard of this little legend. Designed by Robert Perry and built in Taiwan during the heyday of solid fiberglass construction, the Baba 30 is known for her salty looks, stout build, and the kind of craftsmanship you just don't see much anymore. In this episode, we're going to walk you through everything, from her design and specs to her performance, interior layout, and all those small but thoughtful details that make her stand out. Whether you're thinking about buying one, already own one, or just love good old boats, this is a review you won't want to miss. Let's hop aboard and see what makes the Baba 30 such a timeless favorite. Yep, we found one. A real Baba 30. She's got charm, she's got character, and yeah, she's definitely got a to-do list. Does she need work? Absolutely. But is she worth it? Well, before we start dreaming about trade winds and teak decks, let's take a closer look and see what we're really dealing with. The Baba 30 was built on a long keel with a keel-supported rudder, a traditional design that offers security offshore and steady tracking under sail. Her rig is a cutter, a versatile setup that gives sailors flexibility in a wide range of conditions. Construction is fiberglass, laid up thick and strong in Taiwan during the golden era of Taiwanese boat building. Her ballast is encapsulated iron, adding weight low and central in the hull for seaworthiness. She was first built in 1976 and the last hull was completed in 1986. The early boats came from Shing Limited of Taiwan, and production was later taken over by Ta Shing Limited, one of the most respected yards in the region. In total, just 170 boats were built, making the Baba 30 both a classic and a rare find. And at the drawing board was designer Robert Perry, whose reputation for blending beauty, balance, and offshore capability shines clearly in this design. On the numbers, the Baba 30 measures 29.75 feet overall, with a waterline length of 24.5 feet. Her sail area is just over 500 square feet, giving her enough power for ocean work while still being manageable for a small crew. At the beam, she measures 10.25 feet, which makes her surprisingly roomy for her length. Displacement comes in at 12,500 pounds with 5,000 pounds of ballast, giving her a solid, stable feel. Her draft is 4.75 feet, deep enough to hold her course well to windward, yet still shallow enough to explore many harbors. The Baba 30 carries a sail area to displacement ratio of 15:02. That puts her in the moderate range. Enough sail power to keep her moving, but she's no lightweight flyer. This is a boat designed more for steady progress than for racing performance. Her ballast to displacement ratio is 40%, a healthy figure that gives her excellent stiffness and stability offshore. Combined with her long keel, this means she can carry sail with confidence, even when the wind pipes up. The displacement to length ratio comes in at 379, firmly in the heavy displacement category. That's classic blue water territory. It means she won't accelerate quickly or surf down waves, but she will carry on steadily and comfortably through a seaway, which is exactly what you want on an ocean passage. Her comfort ratio is 33.38, a high number that points to an easy, sea-kindly motion. Boats in this range are known for keeping their crews rested and safe on long passages, rather than tossing them around with every wave. Looking at seaworthiness, her capsize screening value is 1.77. Anything under 2 is considered ocean capable, so this places the Baba 30 solidly in the blue water category. The hull speed is calculated at 6.63 knots. In practice, that means she'll cruise happily at 5 to 6 knots under sail, and with the right conditions can push closer to her theoretical limit. She displaces about 8,177 pounds per inch of immersion, which shows just how solid and heavily built she really is. Adding gear and stores won't throw off her trim too much. She was designed to be loaded down for voyaging. Auxiliary power came from small but reliable diesels of the era, the Volvo MD-11C, the Yanmar 3G M30, or a Westerbeke, all in the 20 to 30 horsepower range, giving her just enough push when the wind goes light. Her fuel tank holds 35 gallons, or 132 liters, plenty for coastal cruising with occasional motoring, and her water tank holds 80 gallons, or 303 liters, which combined with her storage space makes her well suited for longer passages. In real-world terms, the Baba 30 is not a fast boat, but that was never her purpose. She trades speed for stability, comfort, and safety. She's happiest when she's loaded for voyaging, settling into her groove at 5 to 6 knots, carrying her crew steadily and reliably across oceans. For sailors who value a solid, sea-kindly passage maker, the Baba 30 delivers exactly what her numbers promise. Even as a project boat, she's still drop-dead gorgeous. You just can't miss those classic lines. The Baba 30 we found is a project, but she's built on good old bones. She still looks as solid as ever. Yes, there's a to-do list. The question is, just how long is it, and how difficult are the jobs to accomplish? Is this project truly obtainable? The rudder fittings need to be assembled, and the propeller shaft has to go back in place. The engine needs to be put back together. The chain plate for the backstay has already been manufactured, but it still needs to be bent into shape to fit the canoe stern and then installed. Most of the rigging is there, but it will need to be reassembled. The teak decks might have one more life left in them, but they'll need to be recalked and all the teak bungs replaced, and of course, the list goes on. The underwater ship received 3 layers of barrier coat already, and there is more left for about another 3 coats. Standing here and looking at her now, it's hard to imagine what she once was. Weathered by time and sitting quietly in the yard, she feels like a shadow of her former self. But beneath the dust and faded paint lies something special. With the right care, patience, and a bit of vision, this boat could be transformed once more into the gem she was always meant to be, restored to her grace, her strength, and the timeless beauty that has made the Baba 30 such a beloved classic. So let's take a tour of this remarkable blue water legend and use a bit of imagination to picture what she could look like once restored. Let's start with her cockpit. One of the first things you notice is her high, deep bridge deck, flowing into a true blue water cockpit. It's round, compact, and exactly the way a serious ocean-going boat's cockpit should be. The high coamings wrap around you, giving the whole space a secure, sheltered feel, a place where you know you'll be safe when the weather turns rough. She no longer carries her pedestal steering wheel, but in many ways that's a blessing in disguise. In a cockpit this size, a tiller not only makes more sense, it's simpler, stronger, and far more reliable. And the best part? A full-size tiller is already here, waiting to be fitted. Originally meant as an emergency backup, it now feels destined to become the heart of her steering system. Step below, and to port you'll find the U-shaped galley, laid out with the kind of thoughtful design you'd expect in a serious blue water boat. A well-insulated icebox sits aft, tucked to the left toward the cockpit. At the center, the gimbaled stove takes pride of place, secure and ready for hot meals underway. Forward in the right-hand corner toward the saloon, there's a generous pantry with space for plenty of provisions. Just beyond it, the deep double sinks are set close to the centerline, making them practical and safe to use even when the boat is well heeled. All around, there's ample storage, lockers, shelves, and cubbies, giving the galley both a sense of order and the capacity to provision for long passages. Everything here feels secure, efficient, and unmistakably seaworthy. With just a turn, you're at a full-size navigation station, complete with a desk, an electrical panel, and ample space for all kinds of electronic equipment. And just behind it, there's even a pilot berth. Remarkable, isn't it? All of this in a 30-footer. If you're not impressed yet, let's step into the Salon. Yes, there's a lot of wood, and at first glance it might remind some of a cozy hobbit cave. But trust me, it doesn't feel that way. Thanks to ample ventilation and light from the bronze port lights, along with her stunning butterfly hatch, the space feels bright and welcoming. She's also surprisingly beamy for a boat of her size, with generous headroom, somewhere between 6'2" and 6'4". The layout is remarkably clever, with not a square inch wasted. Take the table, for instance. In earlier models, it featured folding leaves with a central storage cabinet. Wine bottles seem the obvious choice. In later versions, the table folds neatly against the main bulkhead, and when lowered can serve as either a single leaf or a full dining table. The settees are equally smart in design. The starboard settee doubles as a proper sea berth midship, thanks to a clever extension beneath the nav station. The port settee works the same way, but offers an additional innovation. It can slide out toward the salon for a bit of extra shoulder room. Both are fitted with lee cloths, of course, turning them into secure sea berths. And everywhere you look, there's storage. Deep shelves and lockers tucked neatly into every available space. With her teak and holly sole, and the exquisite joinery that has made the Ta Shing shipyard so renowned, she carries herself as a proper, stout little yacht. Everywhere you look, the quality speaks for itself. No shortcuts, no compromises, no corners cut in her craftsmanship. The head, while a bit snug, is entirely functional. It includes a small vanity with good storage, and as a wet head, it features a pull-out shower with a drain pan set beneath the floor. The V-berth on the Ta Shing Baba 30 is classic small boat design done really well. Cozy, functional, and surprisingly livable. It's not a full-size suite, but for a 30-foot cruiser, it strikes a nice balance between comfort and efficiency. If you're planning a weekend sail or even longer passages, it's definitely a space you can rely on. The forward end of the Ta Shing Baba 30 is clearly designed with serious cruisers in mind. The anchor locker is practical and easy to use, while the bowsprit adds versatility for sail handling without sacrificing safety. Together, they make the bow area one of the most functional parts of this classic cruiser. Now let's head below to one of the most important parts of any cruiser, the bilge and the engine compartment. These spaces tell you a lot about how well a boat is built and how easy it is to maintain. The bilge on the Baba 30 is deep and thoughtfully laid out. Despite the depth, everything is easy to reach for inspection, maintenance, or emergency shutoff. The design makes routine checks straightforward without crawling into a cramped space. The first 30 hulls were crafted by Shing Limited in Taiwan, marking the beginning of this classic design's production. Later models were built by the renowned Ta Shing shipyard and were typically outfitted with reliable Westerbeck or Yanmar marine diesel engines. From 1981 onward, the design was rebranded and marketed as the Flying Dutchman, or the Ta Shing Baba 30, cementing its reputation among bluewater cruisers. If you're in the market for a solid, capable cruiser, the Baba 30 is a legendary choice that deserves serious consideration. That wraps up our deep dive into the legendary Ta Shing Baba 30. If you're passionate about classic cruisers that combine timeless design with real-world seaworthiness, the Baba 30 should be right at the top of your shortlist. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out. A huge shout out to all of our amazing Patreon supporters and PayPal donors. Your generosity makes these productions possible, and we're so grateful for your continued support. If you'd like to join our crew and support what we do, please consider becoming a Patreon. You'll find the link down in the description below. We hope to see you next time here on Sailing Good Old Boats as we kick off our brand new season, Uncharted. Until then, cheers and fair winds.